Well, at last there it is, it's running. I've managed to fix the broken cables. I snapped one cable on the DCC interface, trying to fit a LAN 6-pin decoder, and I damaged the decoder, bending the pins, trying to bend it at an angle. Also broke a wire underneath the tender, where the boiler joins the tender underneath with some really fine wires. Snapped one of them as well. Really awkward to resolder, but anyway, it's running in analog at the moment, flat out, with its, oh, it's just ran off. The loco is disconnected from the coaches. I've been struggling to connect them, but anyway, I'm going to have to stop it. Let's just shut this off a minute. But anyway, it's running really nice on the Fleischmann track. But of course it's running at full speed. But what I've done, I've put in small strips of lead solder wire down the funnel, and that's added a couple more grams of weight right where I want the weight on this drive wheel. So that seems to be pulling those coaches without any problem, but remember I've got no inclines on my layout, so anyone with inclines are going to have to definitely add weight in the funnel. Maybe underneath the boiler as well if possible. Well, anyway, I'm going to have to reconnect the loco now. I also noticed there's two different sizes of couplings. I don't know whether one's a display purposes, but you can see the one on the bottom there is a lot shorter than the other one. I never realised this when I was trying to connect the coaches up. It took me for ages to try and connect these coaches up. The ones that are disconnected, I'm going to have to recouple them up now. But it doesn't say anything about that in the instructions. So it was a bit of a trick that, so that had me fooled. And I was there like as if I was playing that operation game with the tweezers, trying not to touch the sides and make it buzz. That game, I don't know if you remember it. Well, it felt like that trying to connect this loco up. I've never had as much difficulty trying to connect a loco up in my life. It's unbelievable. But anyway, I'm going to have another go at connecting it up and maybe use a different type. I think I'm going to use the long coupling to connect the tender to the coaches, because I think I had the short coupling, that's why it's disconnected. I connected these up again, and looking at other YouTubers where they said it's taking between 20 minutes and 40 minutes to connect up some coaches to a loco in 00 scale, I was thinking that is impossible, but now I completely understand, because it is just such a time consuming tricky job. You need a good light, and you could even use those magnifying glasses that you can put on your head. So if your sight's going, or if you've not got good sight, it's going to be really difficult to connect these up. But anyway, I'm going to switch on the power now. It's going to fly off at full speed in analog. There we go. Yeah, so it's pulling those nicely until it disconnects again. But it's not going to be running at full speed. I'm going to put a decoder in. I think I'm going to put a Lock Pilot Micro 6-pin harnessed decoder in this. I think that's what I'm going to go for. Similar to what I've got in this, I've got a Lock Pilot Micro in this one. But that's hardwired. That glass box loco, but that's a similar sort of size loco. Well, it's a bit bigger obviously, but there's no problem at all pulling them coaches. They're going across the Fleischmann track anyway. And like I say, I did have the extra weight in the chimney, and that was the lead solder. Just cut the solder up into strips and pushed in as much as I possibly could down the funnel, just to get extra weight on that drive wheel and pulling them coaches nicely. Really nice. I never thought I'd get this going on this layout. I thought to myself, it's going to be just a static model this, with the problems I've had trying to get it to this stage. So in the next video I'll show what the decoder I've fitted, and how I fitted it. And I was going to strip this out completely and redo it, all the wiring, but I've managed to repair it and I'm just leaving it as is. But it really is a beautiful set. It's a stunning little set, if you've got the patience to connect it up and to try and get a suitable decoder to go in there. Yeah, I think it's a great model. I love this model. I really do think it's a fantastic model. It's just let down in a few areas by the loco, the weight of the loco, the way the tender connects to the coaches, sorry, to the boiler. It's not a hardwired connection, it's a loose connection. So what I've done there is I've added a drop of copy decks. I'll just show in a minute. Yeah, I've used some copy decks, a tiny blob on the bottom of that bar there. It dries clear so you can't see it. But that stops the black bar from unhooking off. And it doesn't damage the plastic. You can peel that copy decks off if at a later date if you want to take it off. It's not a problem, but that stops that from coming loose, and plus it just saves any snagging on the wires if that's connected all the time. You just got to be really careful. It's a very delicate model.